in the Big Easy to face the Pelicans tonight. Luka going for his 5th straight game with at least 30 points, 5 boards, and 5 assists. He's got 19 such games this season. That's most in the league. LeBron coming off a 26-10 game in a win over Memphis, looking for his first back-to-back double-double of the season. On the scene in New Orleans, it's our NBA reporter, Dave McMenamin, getting us ready. Hey, Dave, it's the first night of back-to-back games for the Lakers. Big one in San Antonio tomorrow. So what is the plan for LeBron here?
Yeah, David, the term the Lakers have been using this year for LeBron in his 23rd season is a uncharted territory. And so there's no kind of understanding yet what will happen tomorrow. It's get through tonight's game against the New Orleans Pelicans, and a source tells me then we're going to take it game by game and see how LeBron's body responds tomorrow, not only to the game here, but the flight late night to San Antonio and his morning kind of modality and workout routine to try to get ramped up. Now, the good thing is that earlier in the season when he came back from that sciatica, he was already ruled out of back-to-backs just as a given. So there has been certainly progress in that area. There's also been progress the way he's been able to impact the game. You're seeing more LeBron James on the ball. Last game, 10 assists, only 1 turnover. And LeBron said maybe the biggest problem for our defense this year has been transition because of our turnovers. And he thinks that he can help the Lakers get through this rough patch without Austin Reeves by doing what he's done throughout his career, which is be on the ball more, and you'll see him passing to Luka Doncic rather than the other way around.
All right, just like the good old days. By the way, LeBron, 26 last game, 31 the game before, so he's ringing in the new year with gusto. Dave McMenamin in New Orleans getting us mentally prepared for the
Lakers tonight. They're in New Orleans before they get to San Antonio. So for more on Los Angeles, we welcome in Dave McMenamin. Dave, thank you so very much for joining us here. We have not seen LeBron James play in back-to-back so far yet this season. What is the plan for him, knowing that that is their schedule the next 2 days?
Yeah, Malika, the term that the Lakers keep using is uncharted territory when it comes to LeBron. He's the oldest player in the league at 41. He's the only player ever to play in 23 seasons. So he's going to play tonight in New Orleans, and then sources tell me they're going to take it game by game and see how his body feels. That is a step forward for what he's been through thus far this season when they just ruled out back-to-backs when he was coming back from the sciatica injury where he missed the first 14 games of the season. So it is progress forward, but we'll have to see how he gets through tonight's game before he starts thinking about the Spurs game.
Okay, so before we start thinking about San Antonio and possibly Victor Wembanyama, let's start with what's in front of us, and that's the New Orleans Pelicans. Dave, thank you so very much for that insight. That is tonight's games, but some more news that has Lakers fans maybe scratching their head here. The second All-Star returns came back. This is from the fan votes. And look, you see Luka at the top. Okay, Giannis is second, makes sense. Nikola Jokic, they lead the way. But then you look at Brunson, Maxey, Curry, Cunningham, Gilgeous-Alexander, Mitchell, and Brown. Meanwhile, LeBron James is at 14, and Kevin Durant is at 15 behind them. This was a little bit perplexing to me, Perk.
Not me. Look, this is for the first time Steph, Braun, and KD, none of those guys are in the top 5. That means the league is moving on. We got a new set. Hey, the time is now. We got a new set of superstars here. The young fellas are taking over.
I don't know, man. Steph should definitely be up there. Bron should be up higher. KD should be. He's having a great year as well.
Why should Bron?
I mean,
what?
No. Of all the teams, who's probably the most successful? The Houston Rockets. Who's their key guy? Who do we celebrate at the start of the show? Kevin Durant.
Apparently, good. Oh wait.
Look.
SGA should be higher too. I thought Jaylen Brown should be higher as well.
Let me vote.
We ain't moving on just yet.
The whole
But we ain't moving on just yet.
Kevin Durant.
He was 6.
I thought he was 5.
No, he was 6.
In the
West, he's top 5. There you go. Sinead's going to get voting. That's going to do it.
Like Trae Young's Hawks tenure is coming to an end. He appears to be in his final days and weeks in Atlanta after 7+ seasons together as the face of that franchise. And I'm told both Trae Young and the Hawks know he just doesn't fit with the current team anymore. We've seen the Hawks move and turn the page toward this young core of Jalen Johnson, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Dyson Daniels, Onyeka Okongwu. And so both sides now are collaborating on trade talks out of Atlanta, turning the page, seeing where else Trae Young can land to be the lead guard of a franchise elsewhere. And this really started in the offseason when the Hawks decided not to offer a contract extension to Trae Young, and now Trae Young seeking a team that could give him an extension, and also stemming from the fact that the Hawks have played better this season without Young in the lineup. And so here between now and the trade deadline, the Hawks can either move Trae Young, they can wait for his contract to get to an expiring deal in the offseason when he has a player option, or he opts out. That gives them $40 million in cap space in the offseason. But Trae Young appears to be nearing the end of his career in Atlanta.
All right, so a couple of different options about how the end could look here for Atlanta and Trae Young, but it seems that the end is near nonetheless. Sham Charania, the best insider and the best hair in the game. Let's remind folks about what type of player, though, you'd be getting with Trae Young, because offense has never been an issue, right? He averages over 25 points, just under 10 assists in his NBA career, and his 48.1 points scored or assisted on per game, second most in league history, behind only Luka Doncic. The issue, of course, comes on the defensive end, because since entering the league, Trae Young ranks as the least effective defender against ball handlers using on-ball screens. That's according to Genius IQ. And then this season, Shams mentioned the injuries that Trae Young has battled. Well, Atlanta, 2-8 with Young on the floor, 15-13 without him. So I'm here with Shanae Agumake, fresh off her trip all around the world, most recently Abu Dhabi. Is that right?
Yes,
Dubai.
Dubai.
Mashallah. Danny Green, she's going places, and apparently Trae Young is going places too here, Perk. What are your thoughts? Perk is fired up.
I got you. Tarsi, can you take my solo shot really quick? Because he wants me to read it, but I'll hold it up too. 25-10.
25-10.
Okay.
That's Trae Young numbers, career numbers. 25 points, 10 assists. Talk about Hall of Fame numbers, if you want me to go there. Talk about a guy that Jersey is going to be in the Raptors. I don't want this breakup to end up like a OKC KD. I need it more along the lines of OKC and Russell Westbrook, right? That's how they need to part ways. And when you think about Trae Young, yes, his time is up, right? When the relationship has run its course, but it's time for a new destination. He's still a guy that is that star slash, knocking at the door of being a superstar that could put butts in the seat, exciting to watch. And I just think it's time for a fresh start. But make no mistake about it, we're talking about a guy that is just scratching the surface of his prime, still got a lot left in the tank. Trae Young is still one of the elites, one of the best PGs in the game today.
And that's why I'm torn about it, because you have someone that is so potent offensively in Trae Young, but defensively is unfortunately at times a liability. If you take him off the floor, their defense, the Atlanta Hawks, improves by 13.3 points per 100 possessions. So that's a great defense. That's a lot of points. And also, I like this idea that I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, Danny, Malika, Perk, that 2021 Eastern Conference Finals run kind of lives rent-free in our heads. Like, oh my gosh, they reached success. But that was almost 5 years ago, half a decade.
Sure.
So, the last place that you want to be, I always tell people.
Not half a decade.
I mean, maybe that's a
we're
little
in
dramatic.
2026, or technically. Oh my God.
I know, right? But the worst place is to be in the middle. And I do think that this team with Trae was in the middle of the pack. They're actually below that because I believe they're 10th in the East. But then moving forward, they're going to build around their young core that is improved defensively, and Trae gets to have an impact somewhere else.
And I don't think the easy thing to do, because of the defensive numbers that we've shown, is to maybe blame Trae Young for the underperforming Atlanta Hawks. But it's more factors than that. Zachary Risache hasn't necessarily taken the next step that everyone thought that he was going to. Jalen Johnson's defense has slept a little bit. You're looking at Dyson Daniels, who can't hit an outside shot right now. So while it's certainly things that Trae can improve, I think that there is still a player in there that teams should be very attracted to making a deal for.
How quickly you forget, and I'm with Perk. I mean, he's an all-star caliber player. He got snubbed a couple times. Should have been more than 4 times.
Right.
He's great. We haven't seen much of him this season, so we don't really know. But I believe he's still a very good fit. And this is no knock to Trae. Like, he's a very good player. They're just playing better without him. He might not fit with this group. But I honestly think, obviously, it's time. They've been talking about trades and rumors the last couple of years. I think him and Ja swap could make sense. They both just need to change the scenery to me in the bigger picture. But Memphis could use a guy like Trae. Obviously, there's other teams out there too. But he still, to me, is a really good player. We just haven't seen much of him this season.
No, and we have it, and the blessing in disguise is when Trae got injured, we was able to see the rise of Jalen Johnson.
Yep.
I had to realize just 2 weeks ago that the man is damn near averaging a triple-double. Like, real talk.
You had to filter yourself for a second.
Seriously, and I knew he was a superior athlete, but when it comes down to being able to go get 23 to 24 points a night and drop 8 or 9 assists and make guys around you better, we talk about different type of eliteness.
And don't forget, they still have a pick from the New Orleans Pelicans here, so they could be looking, if they move on from Trae Young, to try to be getting and filling that spot.